practical and honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews, community, game tips, competition, and so much more, including everyone's favorite segment, 2K TV Top Plays.
That's right, Top Plays. Your best plays are coming to NBA.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. As we're just about ready to get this one started. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Heat in Miami. For the Heat, facing off here against a very talented ball club, this is a great opportunity for them to put all their skill and talent on display in front of a home fan. One thing we're seeing, Kenny, certain teams that started off hot are now falling by the wayside.
That happens every year. This is nothing new. No surprise. Everyone does it. The league catches up to them at some point.
You know, after teams adjust to you, you have to adjust back. If you can't, shows you weren't all that to begin with.
Oh, very true, very true. Here's Kevin Harlan as we get ready for the tip.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Perry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, take it away.
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in a new era of free agency in the NBA. In the last decade, players have taken personal agency. They pulled up stakes and forced trades in search of an ideal environment. Now, sometimes for teams...
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at the Heat. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record.
And I think for Miami, they haven't packed any big surprises into the early part of the season. They're right in the middle of the NBA pecking order.
And based on their early returns, it's really hard to see that position changing very much in one direction or another. I see them as a team that's right there in the middle of the pack, but not one that's ready to make any leap this year.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the center position. And for Miami, Jimmy Butler is out there with Myers Leonard. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And then there's Iguodala. And it's Nunn in the point guard. Now here's Iguodala. Just 2 to shoot. We're just halfway through the season. Brent, talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry, have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important. Like every game, every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they've raised the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the GOAT conversation, LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Ray, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
We talk to opposing coaches and how they scheme for LeBron James. The amazing thing is they talk about how he sees every facet of the game, not just what he needs to run, but how it is that he can make it difficult for opposing offenses.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Floats one.
Rondo sometimes gets it in his system that defensively he wants to disrupt the game, and he's doing it now. They're searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And stolen by Butler. None passes to Iguodala. And so just over a minute and a half played. The shot's good.
Andre Iguodala from time to time will bring out a few nifty ball handling moves, that time on full display.
Right side Davis. LeBron kicks to Rondo. Outside Green, and then there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
And the Heat making a change here. Jones is checked in. James finds Davis and finished off by Davis.
There's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
Here's Nunn. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
Well, one thing you can say about the Heat team, very long and very athletic.
That helped them really stay competitive in a lot of games. But when you can't shoot the ball, really, really hard to come back in games where there's teams firing away from 3, and you can't mount any sort of offensive comeback.
Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
It never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
And it's Iguodala with the chain.
Iguodala is still a high flyer. That's what he looks to do when he gets to the inside.
Here's James. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Nunn. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. LeBron James third, and of course Anthony Davis.
These two guys are really enjoying themselves right now. It's been a scoring spree for both.
He hits the second from the line. Lakers trail by 4. James looking it over. Right wing. Five on the clock. Davis, the pass to Rondo. Off target with his The Heat leading by 4. And stolen by James. Passes to Davis. To set up the way in. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
Phenomenal awareness by AD there, leaking out in transition. One of his best assets, and comes away with the basket.
Iguodala, the pass to Adebayo. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
Here's Nunn. Pass to Iguodala. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Adebayo. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Pocket 4. Can't cash in from close range.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's Rondo. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando. A finish, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Iguodala out on the lane, running well. That's something he can do.
Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Hawks. James, the pass to Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Green against Iguodala. Here's Dunn, and he changed it with authority.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers, trailing by 2. And the dunk by LeBron.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Here's Nunn. He has 5. The pass to Iguodala. Down low. Nunn can't get it to fall.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Changing in quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Well, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Iguodala. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Tipped away. Inside. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this one. Just too many good looks from in front.
Iguodala against Green. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
They need to start taking care of the basketball. Careless play since the opening tip.
A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Myers Leonard. And Hero subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Now here's James. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Magic in Orlando. Rondo gets the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Robinson's checked in for Miami. And then for Los Angeles, Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. Now, here is Robinson. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Atlanta. Hero passes to Nunn. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers on D. 6-point lead. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 5. To end the run. And it's good on the way up. Here's Horton Tucker. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. The Heat making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Caruso looking for an open. A 3 from Morris. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1.
Offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Nunn. He has 5. He took the opportunity when he saw it. Nunn's got 7 points in the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned now.
Now, here's Morris. This is it to Caruso. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Hero. We saw with 19 points his last outing outside Robinson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Caruso. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Morris outside. And the Lakers get it back. Again, Los Angeles.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And the dunk by Olenek.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olenek has some lift. And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. Giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye.
To the paint, here's Howard. It's not going to go for him. And it's Miami the other way. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his son.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Here's Caruso. Pass to Howard. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Here's Nunn. Count that bucket. Nunn's got his third basket of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Lakers lead by 4. Kuzma outside. 1:32 left in the first quarter. Morris. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Hero. That's tipped. Here's Caruso. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. Here's Nunn. Tries from 10. Here's Olenek. Buries it down low. Olenek's got his second bucket tonight.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. The Lakers, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
First one falls for. And he makes both free throws. 50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Hero. Good work defensively by Morris.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
No good on the free throw. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Miami. And he sinks the second. The Heat trail by 5. Softly drops in the 4th. Iguodala's got 8.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Kuzma gets to Caruso. Takes it out to Bradley. Launches a 3. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
The Lakers 67.
Natanggalin damit?
Going for 6.
Pampatulog? Ganyan na lang.
Take a break. Take a break.
And he knocks down the first one. Iguodala. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked out 12 points. We come back right after this. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get to my house. You see a really big, some may call it obnoxious boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. Just has fish inside of it.
Boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Offensive rebound. McGee. And a good offensive win. And he gets the ball.
A great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis. And there was some serious effort there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is. And he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Rondo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Robinson misses.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, Kevin. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Knocks it loose. To the middle. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Rondo against Butler. Rondo passes to Kuzma. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's McGee with the jam. When certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low-post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gap. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Here's Butler, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
And that one misses. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
Here's Hero. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Hero passes to Jones. Davis against Butler. Goes up to the stripe. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. Puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip.
And just such great work from the athletic big man, Anthony Davis. Just so devastating on offense.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Hero passes to Adebayo. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to McGee. Caldwell Pope right side, over Jones. Shot by Caldwell Pope. Jones drives in. That one wide left.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Looking for an opening. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Here's Hero. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. From deep, Green with the second effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out. That one out of limit.
Outstanding job by AD to get close to the basket, get the ball in great position, and force the defense to resort to fouling.
The Lakers have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. First free throw is good.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Los Angeles. James comes in for Rajon Rondo. Timeout call, the Heat. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball field?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Now, here's Butler. He's coming off a 19-point game against Atlanta.
There's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Adebayo against McGee. Here's Butler. A hit it. Break loose. Butler, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Here's Nunn. Following the basket by Contavious Caldwell Pope. They could use a bucket, and the rejection by James.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. When he's in the area, you can't throw up anything lazy.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Back to Bradley. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Second chance shot, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got 7.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Nunn. It's hauled in by LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And the Heat call time here. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, with a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct read. Much like when you cover a lot of football where you could talk to quarterbacks about I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off the screen, what's going to be available to them and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance to make it.
Olenek against Davis. 5 to shoot. Olenek the pass to Butler. Shoots over Bradley.
And this has really become a struggle for them. Their shots aren't dropping, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high-percentage shots. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Now here's Jones. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here's Olenek. Here's the pass to Nunn. Over LeBron. And he will step one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to the spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Caldwell Pope following the score by Miami. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Nunn. 11 points in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pope loose. It's stolen by Bradley. Pass break. The Lakers. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. McGee's shot is off.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Here's Nunn. Kicks it to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bradley. Poked away, but they'll get another chance. And it's contagious. Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Olympic. Howard's checked in for Los Angeles.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Davis kicks to Howard. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Brent. Lets the 3 fly. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 3-pointer. Butler. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Nunn. James covering. Nunn, that's good.
And to be just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Lakers leading by 17. Here's James. It's deflected. Outside Butler. Pass to Nunn. Back to Butler. No good there. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Pass to Davis. LeBron outside. Over Jones. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. 9 points for LeBron.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get into trying to make that home run play.
And there's the pass to Davis. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Davis. Over Adebayo. And the shot is long.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. The Lakers with the ball. Following the score by Miami. 1:02 left in the second quarter. Here's Davis. And it's Miami with the rebound. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Outside Brent. Puts it up for Davis. Outside for Caldwell Pope. It's Bradley on the wing. 4 on the clock. Shot not blocked. And that one is off. And it's Miami the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. For Miami, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Ken Cook comes in for LeBron.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Brooks dishes to Howard. Over Adebayo. No good from Howard.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down. What a huge bonus for the coaching staff and this team to have Andre Iguodala producing like he is right now.
Torn. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. First trip to the line for him here.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Los Angeles enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what you think?
Tell you what, Anthony Davis. Every time you look at the stats, he's contributed in almost every category. Dominant inside, outside, on both ends. Watch this kid play.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
They need to break it down. When I look at the individual areas that they're pounding everything on the board. That's a hustle stat.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Pero nagbayad ako, diba? Dami kong binayaran.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Lakers lead by 12. Myers Leonard is out there. Jimmy Butler. And there's Iguodala. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's no. That's the second half with.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Passes it to James. 3-pointer. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. And Davis puts it in.
Just another example of what makes Anthony Davis such a great rebounder, size and athleticism, but you combine that with his anticipation, and he gets a lot of secondary opportunities.
Here's none. Butler on the way. Shot clock at 6. Over Rondo. And it's Butler missing.
Not a way to get out of a funk He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Now here's James.
Oy, bali sa akin, Dan. Doon kayo sa harapan ninyo.
Outside Rondo. The second effort. And Davis can't get it to go.
They're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Rondo. Nunn passes to Butler. The three. And to get open is Adebayo. And Jimmy Butler. Good for 3. Butler's got 13.
I just like how confident Butler looks pulling up from deep. He knows he has what it takes to bury that jump shot on a consistent basis.
And stolen by Butler. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
The drive by LeBron. And the tough by LeBron.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Nunn. 13 points in the game.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
The Heat trail by 13. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last 3 years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. And at Kentucky,
Bili ka ba?
Davis mostly an interior
Lakas
play.
ng
He
radyo mo.
maintained that all along.
Ilaigay mo sa labas.
Kung man sa labas humihinga, hindi naman ako.
Ha? Hindi nga ikaw.
Gusto mo, wala lang marinig? Grabe ka naman, malakas!
Skill set and in the NBA, the opportunity along with the transition of the NBA game and especially the center position.
Ganyan. Pero kanina, lakas.
Appropriate time to show all of his wares off.
Ako.
Ulit.
Nice ball movement here by the Heat. James against Butler. Pass to Adebayo. Winner tried to break loose. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with the time.
The Heat trail by 13. Here's Nunn. 15 points in the game. Teardrop shot, and Davis sends it back, and he recovers it. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Here's Nunn, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Nunn passes to Butler. It's the mark. A putback. Winner trying to break loose. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are come by. They get it back. They kick it out to Green. Fires the 3. He doesn't hit that one. The Heat have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Here's Gunn.
We can mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Well, point forward, point guard, point center, I don't care really where he is. LeBron James just ahead of the curve.
The Lakers have been shooting right around 75% the line, 9 of 12 so far. That's good from McGee. The Heat trail by 16. Here's Nunn. He's got 15. A shot missing. Great tee that time from Davis. Pass to McGee. To the inside. Unloads from 9. And Davis with the basket on the assist by McGee. 34 points for Davis. He's shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lead.
Wide open look for Iguodala. A rebound by the Lakers.
Well, they've been better than good in the glass today. And there's a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, with a body like that, LeBron James can be as physical as he wants to be and just dare you into making contact.
These are his 34th free throw attempts of the game. And Miami making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And then for the Lakers, Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Marquis Forrest subbed in for Anthony Davis. Miami's gone 1-2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's James. 12 points for him. The shot's good from Kuzma.
And when you give Kuzma that shot, he is going to let it fly. He is so confident in his mid-range.
Passes it to Robinson. That's the bucket. And sent back by Howard.
Well, such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin. Cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Kuzma passes to Morris. And here is James. Popped up there for Howard. An emphatic LU jam.
I swear Dwight Howard plays with a watch on. His timing is tremendous on those alley-oops.
Here's Robinson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They get a hand on it. Butler with this. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. Here's Hero. Here's the floater. And he sinks the layup.
It's always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Howard in the post. Adebayo on him. Here's Horton Tucker. Miami grabs the miss. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Pass to Adebayo. Shoots the 3. Horton Tucker with the rebound.
I'm shocked that he didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Davis.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Free throw good. Kuzma. The Lakers making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Heat trail by 21. To the paint. Here's Jones. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly layup.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Inside, it's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Moore. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league and points off turnovers. The Lakers number 1.
Just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Now, here is Robinson. Knocked away. And here we go. Kuzma hitting to the hoop.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
Here's Hero. You look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Here's Caruso. They have a 19-point lead. And the basketball to Tucker. They get the rebound. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. Down low. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third.
Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a night like he plays bigger. The pogo stick gets around, covers some ground laterally, does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Now, here's Adebayo. He's got 6.
And that's number 4, definitely something you keep track of as you move forward.
And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is absolutely good time.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you can throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. And Bam Adebayo, he just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet. He can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Here's Caruso. Got a piece of it. Outside, Jones. Jones to the reverse. Jones has got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Robinson. Oh, here we go with Robinson. Nobody back. It is good. Robinson's got 6.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some open.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Kuzma outside. Pass it to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Good on the shot. That's 7 points for Marquise Morris.
Really heads up there. Play where you locate the best open pass, and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Hero. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. The Heat have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line.
At the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
He just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. 43 seconds left in the third.
That's a major league foul there. Take a grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
evening. It is 7:56.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The Heat trail by 10. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. They got Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Morris is out there with Howard. Then there's Bradley, and it's Caruso in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Omlet. And it's sent back by Howard. Jones, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 10. Takes it out to Bradley. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Morris. Lets it go from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 14, yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Here's Caruso. To Bradley, wide open. Green for 2 points. Bradley's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Hero. From outside, off the mark. The Lakers shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Bradley can't get it to go. The Heat trail by 10. At the elbow, it's Robinson. Sweet little floater. Here's Caruso. Outside Bradley. Jackson. Corners right on target. And the Lakers lead by 11.
That's pretty pure from Avery Bradley. Huge part of his game. He's been working on that three-point ball.
Here's Hero. Sees that one from the corner.
Wow, has flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Caruso kicks to Morris. Pass to Howard. Over to Bio. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Howard knows exactly what he's out there to do. Defend, rebound the ball, and be aggressive in the paint.
And that one falls for Howard. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Morris. James comes in for Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Green is checked in for Avery Bradley. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Alex Caruso.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Good evening. It is 8 p.m. Laro na Call of Duty Mobile.
That's what you're trying to prevent, and LeBron James is too good. And the passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Rondo. That one drops for him. 36 points for Davis.
Played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Miami again turning it over.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players. Interacting with the crowd. That one, Aaron.
A bit under 3.5 minutes to pass here in the fourth. On the wing, Green. Outside Rondo. On up there for Howard. The pie is stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's none. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. Adebayo against Howard. Iguodala outside. Pocket 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Bam Adebayo. James with it. Leonard picks him up. To the middle. And Howard with the stuff.
And no answer for Dwight Howard that deep inside the paint, always looking to throw it down.
Here's none. And for Iguodala, Frank staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age, going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. It's still effective.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's none. He dishes it to Iguodala. He kicks it to Butler. Back to Iguodala. Just 5 on the clock. Miami no good on that time either. Lakers lead by 17. Back to Davis. To the inside. Rondo's shot is off.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
It's stolen by Davis. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Power personified right there in number 23, LeBron James. Wow.
Well, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with me.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job. Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
Floats one up. Can't hit that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Davis dishes to James. Back to Davis. Deflects the pass. Leonard with the steal. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Inside. Puts it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Dunn. Lays it up off the glass.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
And they double up James. Davis. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. And it's Butler missing. Lakers leading by 18.
Huwag kami aso.
James outside. There's Green with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This is bread and butter stuff here. If you're tasked with trying to stop Green, you can't give him any space on a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
Now here's Butler. Here's Nunn. Back to Butler. Over Rondo. And it's Butler missing. LA has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And finished off by Davis.
Whenever AD is floating around the basket like he was there, you know if he gets the ball, he's going to go for the jam.
Here's Nunn. He's covered by Rondo. The pass to Olynyk. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Saturday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Giannis Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that matchup against the Sixers, they don't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this.
This is it to Horton Tucker. Rebound by Butler.
It's like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but just give it to him.
You know, the way Butler handles himself and the paint is really impressive. Just kind of out-muscles and out-runs anything the defense throws at.
Now here's James. And they double up LeBron. The 17-footer.
He's going to be shaking his head. He missed an easy.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Nunn. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Butler against James. And it's Miami with the rebound. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Iguodala, and Davis sends it back. And they get it back. Iguodala outside. Sinks the three-pointer. Iguodala's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Lobbed up there for Howard, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
A split-second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
The Lakers making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
Well, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
The Heat trail by 20. Here's Nunn. Here's the distributor. Gets to Butler. No good. The elbow jump. Jenkins is going to disappoint 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts. And he pulls in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 22. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Player of the game, Anthony Davis.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let-up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's energy. Jones, the best to Silver. 29 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Akala. The 19-foot shot. It doesn't go for him.
Ano sabi ko?
And if that's the best look
Balik
you
mo.
can get on a
Balik mo, ano sabi ko? Ano sabi ko?
Yeah, see the coach?
Ano sabi ko?
Frown on his
Balik mo.
face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Tapos titingin niya kami mo.
They get it again. Morris. It's good. That basket is now 5 for 9.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Davis.
Does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
To Alcoa, and there's the foul. It's on Windrup. That's his first foul. That's his first foul. 41 seconds left in the game. Here's Alcoa. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit. Real smart about taking quality shots. He can play either forward position. It's a nice bit of versatility for a coaching staff.
Good on the second free throw. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Caruso gets to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Caruso. Free ball. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Hill. And there's the foul. That's his third foul so far. What a situation.
Live ka pa lang. Live pa. Paglulong mga sarili. Dito kasi sale ba na live?
Kung ganyan nakikita yan, naka-Omlet ako gamit YouTube ko. Pang. Wow. Magana siya.
Mas maganda pa yung live ganun nakaraan kaya rekta sa Facebook.
Alin? Yan? Facebook, may rekta ko sa Facebook. Yan ang way nga. Sa Facebook.
Naglulong mga sarili.
Ito matayin. Isang game pa nga lang ako.
Live ka pa nalalaman. Nalulong mo sa sarili mo. Ay! Tama o. Kanina yan.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Ba't na yun, man?
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. That is it for now. For Frank Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Show me right.
Yeah.
Iniwan niya yung bukas.
Loh. Dali. Ano magawa mo? Kaya magawa. Ano magawa? Brad, hindi na kaya na ito. 60 tayo na lagyan sa lalim. Tinuro mo pa, dali. Tinuro mo pa yan, dali. Kaya mo, apat mo kayo sa labas. Ayos mo. Ayos mo. Kapag nalay, 60 dito sa ilalim. Pamingi pa oh.
Nakatanggal eh.
I-ayos na dali, i-ayos mo.
Ay, hawak ko ito yung yakap.
Kukunin yung tablet, isa. Kunin yung tablet. Dali, may-ayos mo.
Ano ba?
Ayos mo dali. Pagbilang ko tatlo. Isa. Dalawa. Matulog kapag kalatag nito ang bumbong. Kaya, pipiting nila mo mga
Subukan mo natin. Huwag aligin namamasayang ano.
Limang bato, di naman swerte eh. Ano ba? Ba?